Hello and welcome back to my channel. I have got a delicious bake for you. I make this very often. It's my kids' favorite. It's the easiest, delicious chocolate cake recipe. Quite simple ingredients to use. Let's get baking. I love this cake because it's not over the top. It's not got multiple layers. It's not finished in a very fancy way. The best part is the cake is rich, it's moist, and actually it's quite light. The icing is non-fussy. You can add as much as you like. It always hits the spot. Two 8-inch round cake tins I have got here. I've greased them, lined them with baking paper. I am just making two cakes instead of one because I promised a friend I'll make them a cake too. I've got my mixer ready and now I am going to start with the ingredients. So basically we need 100 grams of sour cream or buttermilk, and I forgot to buy either of them. So what I've got whole milk at home, so I've got 100 ml of whole milk, and I'm just going to add a teaspoon of vinegar to this and make the buttermilk at home. So it doesn't work for all the recipes, but if you are looking for buttermilk for cake and you haven't got it, then if you just do this with milk, it'll take a few minutes, which is fine because in that few minutes I can prep other things. So I'm just going to let it sit for 5 and just get the other ingredients ready. Now preparing the coffee mix, I've got 1 tablespoon of just instant coffee, and to this I'm going to add 180 ml of boiling water. This can also sit for 5 minutes to cool down while I weigh other ingredients. There it is. Just gonna leave it aside. So it's been 5 minutes and look, this is what has happened to the milk. I forgot to mention, very important point was that make sure that the milk is warmed up. So I warmed it up for 30 seconds in the microwave before adding the vinegar. Yeah, so our vinegar mix is ready, our coffee mix is ready. Let's get the butter and sugar in this and start whisking. I need here 150 grams of unsalted softened butter. I left it out of the fridge last night, and to this I'm going to add 250 grams of sugar. I'm using golden caster sugar, just adds more flavor, and I'm just going to beat this for 2 minutes just in a stand mixer. So this is looking nice and fluffy. I am going to add 1 egg to it and then beat it for a bit longer. Just 10 seconds. And once it's blended, I'm going to add the rest of the ingredients. So I'm mixing all the flour stuff in here. So I'm adding 150 grams of just plain flour all-purpose. And then I'm going to add 50 grams of ground almonds. This is what makes the kind of cake really moist and delicious. And then I'm going to add 50 grams of just cocoa powder, unsweetened, that you get for baking. So there it is, and that's our mix ready. And the last thing to go is half a teaspoon of baking powder. That's, yeah. And then half a teaspoon of bicarb of soda, and that's all our dry ingredients ready. I'm going to mix the wet ingredients. So we've got our coffee mix, just adding 100 ml of our mix to this, and this is ready now. So all that's left to do is actually put it all into our mixer. A few tablespoons of this to there, then mix it. Then add a few tablespoons of coffee, then keep mixing it. This doesn't stop, I'll show you. And then we've used up everything. Now beat this for a few more seconds. So this is a very runny mix in nature, and it makes a really moist, you'll see, delicious cake. Different to the other chocolate cakes I've made. Here is our cake mix. Just going to divide it as equally as possible. And this goes in the oven for 20-25 minutes. I will check it in case it needs more or less time, but that's the roughly amount of time it takes. I think that's pretty equal. I've got the oven nice and hot at 180 C or 160 fan. There we go. Doesn't it look good? Now it's a very proud moment for me to show you my very clean, sparkling clean oven. I don't know if you watched my last video of how I clean it, and it's always such a joyous moment to use it for the first time when I've cleaned it. And I can actually see from here. So the cakes are done. Don't be alarmed, it's 4 because I made 2, but you only need to look at the top 2. So the 25 minutes are done. I really should check with the toothpick, to be honest. That is so done. This is going to continue to cook in the tin for the next 5 minutes as well. So this is 20-25 minutes, like I said earlier, is usually how long it takes. Don't they look beautiful? And that gave me enough time to clean the kitchen as well. This one has 5 more minutes left. After 5 minutes, it's still very hot. I did want to bake these yesterday so I could ice them today. I ran out of time. It is what it is. So I need to cool them down maximum in an hour so I can ice and set them. Usually I would leave them in the tin for a little bit longer. And now I'm just going to let this cool down for an hour. I'm going to scrape these off and eat it. So it's been a couple of hours. The cakes have been cooling down, completely cooled down. So I'm going to make a quick ganache. There's 200 ml of double cream. I'm just going to bring it to a boil. I always use 70% cocoa chocolate, dark chocolate, because that's how I like my ganache, because it just balances out on any of the sweet things I use this for. In this case, the cake is quite nice and rich, and I am using 150 grams of chocolate with 200 grams of cream. Now you can reduce it a little bit to 100 grams, but it makes ganache quite runny. In case you have time to set it or something, you could do it. Yeah, so I'm just going to break it all up. My cream is ready. I'm going to pour over it and then let it sit for 2 minutes before I stir and melt the chocolate. So don't rush into it. Just leave it alone. The reason for leaving it is that it immediately, when you pour on it, it doesn't melt the chocolate straight away. And if you just leave it, it takes its time, and now it's all melted. So once you've stirred this in, you can just leave it alone and let it sit till it's slightly cooled down and set very slightly. It won't set because I'm not making a very thick ganache, but if you just let it sit, I'm going to leave it to sit for half an hour while I do other bits, and that's going to be enough time to get it ready for the cake. And I've just finished the topping with another couple of tablespoons of the ganache. And that, my friends, is done. Now I really need to let it sit. I'm going to put this in the fridge for a couple of hours, and then I'm going to take it out an hour before we eat. So I'm going to put it in the fridge, and then when we are about to sit down to have our dinner, I'm going to take this out of the fridge because I don't want it very rock solid and set when we eat this. Look at that slice. I know I've made many chocolate cakes on the channel. Most of the times, actually, simplicity that is epic. I really hope you're going to try it. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you back from my kitchen with another new recipe very soon. Bye for now.